Welcome to the Run Report with your host, Jeruz, man. Live from Durham County, man. Big UNC fan, you already see that. You see that right there. We getting into today. We either going to be really good or we going to be really freaking bad. And that's Carolina football. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Carolina football, the start of Chapel Bill's tenure in Chapel Hill. What are we going to look like? Because somebody tell me, what are we going to look like? Because I don't think no one has a clue except for the people inside the building. And even they don't even know what they're going to look like. So, honestly, what I expect. This is honestly what I expect. I expect the defense to be middle in the pack or to the top of the pack of the ACC. Just off Bill's knowledge of the game. He might make some slight adjustments because you can scheme it up in college, man. Like, you can scheme it up. I don't care who you are, man. They can scheme ways around you. And as many transfers that Carolina has gotten this year, man, we're either going to be like Louisville a couple years ago, or we're going to be like Colorado a couple years ago. 8 wins or 4 wins. But what I'm predicting is going to be somewhere in the middle. All right. So first we're going to go top to bottom, man. What I think Bill is going to instill in our team. First off, our team is going to be, they're going to be some tough dudes, man. Like, when I say the tough dudes, I'm saying inside the trenches. The trenches should be tough. I don't care whatever Bill has to work with. Like in The Departed, dude said, yo, give me a tube, I'll make something out of it. And I feel it's the same way Bill is going to be with the first class of people, first class of recruits and transfers that he's gotten this season. He's not a Hall of Fame coach for a reason. All right. It's a reason why he's a Hall of Fame coach, is what I'm saying. So I expect both sides of the trenches to play hard. Very hard. I expect the tight ends to be the strength of the offense because that's what Bill has shown over the years. He has Freddie Kitchens coming in. Freddie Kitchens, he's probably going to win some type of spread. But you can run spread with 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. It's easy. All right. I honestly think the tight ends is most likely going to be the strong suit of the team. And if one of those tight ends show any lick of athleticism, Bill will have him everywhere. And that guy will be getting a rock 8 to 10 times a game. 8 to 10 times a game. Starting at quarterback, we got Gio Lopez, all right? Gio Lopez had a decent season at South Alabama. Had about 18 touchdowns. Through the air, 5 picks, 2,500 yards. And he had 500 yards on the ground, added another 7 touchdowns. So he had 29 touchdowns for the season. That's pretty good. Now, that's with the talent that he was playing with in South Alabama and the competition. You know, throwing a couple D1 like schools that they play pretty tough. Like they didn't play him pretty tough, but he played against LSU. He really didn't have a great game that game either, but he wasn't playing alongside, any kind of talent. But if we can get him to elevate his play, let's say an extra 200 or 300 yards on the ground, that'll put him about 800 for the season. And an extra 200 or 300 yards or 500 yards in the air, that'll give him 3,000 yards for the season. 3,800 yards combined with passing and rushing. He around 30 touchdowns. He doing pretty good. All right. So I'm expecting a slight uptick in him, man. Especially it being a rhythm offense. I really expect him to do well. And he's a short guy. He's about 6 foot. So that's already going to let you know where he's going with the football. It's going to be some out routes. So hopefully yards at the catch. And to those tight ends that I was talking about. And that's why I think the tight end is going to be a very integral part of the offense because Bill has already showed in the past he does not shy away from the tight ends. Now, that means if he's having 2 tight ends on the field, they're going to run the ball, which you absolutely have to do. And when you have a running quarterback or a quarterback that has the ability to run, you're gonna do pretty well in the rushing game. And Bill really doesn't get cute a lot. Bill really doesn't do that. Bill is going to run the ball. He's going to play very smart. and he's going to take the shots when he can. That's all he's going to do. And for the most part, Bill's teams really don't have self-inflicted wounds, but this is the first time we're seeing Bill dealing with young kids. I'm not really worried about transfers because the NFL basically got new rosters every year, so he's used to that. What I want to see is Bill going back to being a talent evaluator. And I feel like that was one of his strong suits, and it kind of got away from him a little bit. And we haven't even gotten on the defense yet. The wide receivers, we really didn't bring back no production. Even in the transfer portal, we didn't really get nobody that was super productive. But if we can get one of those guys to get like 40 to 50 catches, maybe say Kobe Paysor, Jordan Shipp, or Isaiah Johnson, one of those guys, I honestly think it's just going to be the tight ends and running. Bill going to run the ball. I hear a lot of other people like complain about coaches not running the ball. They ain't doing it. Bill's going to run the ball. It might be boring a little bit, but Bill, he knows how to win games. He knows how to close games. We got a smart guy. You know what I mean? We got a smart guy. And we're basically going to find out this stuff next Monday because we're basically 7 days away. All right, so we're going to go over to the defense real quick. Who knows? The whole defense is transfers. The whole entire defense is pretty much transfers, man. We got a couple people that was still here, man. But, most of the defense is transfers, man, unless they was young guys. But we do know with Bill know how to coach up defensive backs. He know how to coach up some defensive backs. For sure. And he always going to have a line. I don't know how Bill does it. And they always good against the run. Bill knows defense. One thing he know is defense. And that's all we need. Now, of course, it might not be super exciting. It might not be 50 to 25 games. Oh, but we can win 13 to 10, 21-17. Those are the games that we're going to have to win. And we're going to be very grateful by the end of the season. Now, it might not be box office television, but those are the games Bill is going to be able to win. That's what, and I'm trying my best not to be a homer. All right. Trying my best not to be a homer. This might be the best hire we done had since Butch Davis. Okay. And man, I wish, Butch Davis, you was just a little too early. Man, you was building something special, Butch, but I only want to get on you, Butch. But this is the closest guy that we ever going to have to Butch Davis again, as far as getting guys to come in here. Guys that's supposed to be at Alabama, or guys that's supposed to be at USC, or whatever the big programs are. I'm like, how did we get that guy? Because we got that man, we got a coach that got them chips. So Bill just got to show proof of concept. Once Bill show proof of concept, we Gucci. And I feel like that's what he's going to do. You just got to read between the lines of how he's trying to win the games. He's not going to try to come out here. If TCU come out here and Bill try to just like air it out, we're going to get blown out, man. We're going to get blown out on our field. All right. All we want to do is create turnovers, stop the run, and ball position. And Bill going to win that thing at the end. I trust Bill. You know what I'm saying? I trust Bill to make the right decision. Bill has given me absolutely zero reason not to trust him. I've seen him win too many games, and they be ugly games. The snow game when they was playing, and they threw the ball 3 times and still won the game. Only Bill really don't have no pride, man. He don't care. He just want to win. He just want to get the dub. That's all we really worried about. We just want to win, right? So Monday, September 1st, man, 8 o'clock, TCU coming to Chapel Hill. Come on down. Chapel Hill, like 10 minutes away from the crib. Honestly, do I got us winning this game? Sheesh. I got us losing this game. And it got to be close, though. It got to be close. Charlotte, that's a dub. We're going to win that. Richmond, that's a dub. We're going to win that 2-1. Now, this is where the season is really, it's not the make or break game. But we can really rally the troops and have the fans really on our side, and really, it would just to be a better game for Clemson to come to town if we can beat UCF. And we should be able to, man. Scott Frost, he out there picking up the pieces, man. If we could go to Central Florida and beat them, come back home 3-1, we sitting all right. We'll be sitting all right. And then Saturday, October 4th, Clemson coming to town. So that game, I have to be honest, we're going to lose. But how do we lose? How do we lose? That's all it's about. If we lose, cool. Man, you got a billion transfers. Everything's new, fresh. Bill, we lose that game, cool. And then that's cool. All right. So what they got us at 3-2. All right. We're going to Cal. This is where these games start getting tricky. This is why we have to put up a fight against Clemson, because we can just go on a complete losing streak after that game with Clemson. We could go on a complete losing streak. Even if we lose, but we do not get blown out, I feel like we can handle business at Cal. But we're going to be traveling across the country. And I got that as an L. All right. I do. I feel like we're going to lose California. At Virginia, we're going to go ahead and get Tony Elliott up out of here. His career. We couldn't beat Tony Elliott's former team. When he was with Clemson, but we're going to handle you at Virginia, and it's almost over for you, Tony. It's almost over. All right. Then we get to Syracuse. Syracuse got a squad, man. And it's the second year with that coaching staff. I feel like Syracuse going to be all right. And it's at Syracuse, too. I got it as a loss. Stanford. Do I got it as a loss? Stanford, it's a toss-up. I say we're going to beat Stanford. And I also say we're going to beat Wake Forest. But Wake Forest is also going to be a tricky one, too. All right? I think we're going to lose to Duke. Manny Diaz, second year. And, people sleep on Manny Diaz, man. Manny Diaz all right as a head coach, man. I was very upset with him when he was at Miami, man. But Manny Diaz ain't bad. And his players really play for him. And the new quarterback they got, too, something special. NC State, we thrashing them. I'll never say we're losing NC State. You got me, man. I'll never say that. So we're going to get Dave Dorn packing, too. Let's get him and Tony Elliott and Scott Frost. Let's throw all three of them in the bag. Let's pack them up, get them up out of here. Say we're going to beat NC State. And I say our record is going to be 7-5 at the end of the season. 7-5 will be something tremendous to build off of, not only for the city or the town or the state, also for recruiting, transfers, and buzz, man. Because Chapel Hill has been buzzing for Bill, man. I just left there, man. I went to Carolina Coffee Shop. Amazing food, by the way, and amazing service. And I feel like we're 7-5, man. I feel like we'll be okay. 7-5, we will be okay. But let me know in the comments, like, what do you think our season will be? What is our schedule? Does anybody have any clue how our team looks? I don't have a clue. New quarterback, new offensive line. We got a couple guys came back on offensive line. New defense, completely new. And the guys are coming back on offense, man. I don't really see a lot of production. The best guy I've seen with a lot of production is Gio. But he was on a whole nother team in a whole nother conference. So who knows? We all know how it looks getting a transfer quarterback. When he come to you and he's nothing like the guy he was at the prior team. So you let me know in the comments. This is your host, Jeruz, man. I appreciate you tuning in to the Run Report. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Go Hills.